Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Mustafa Atiya, date 16 of October 2015. Time is 11:25 afternoon. I get back to the story, but first I want to start about the corruption in the Western Australian government. I'm going to show some example. Last year, my friend Brandon came, he has a court, and they knew that we are friends. And I have also a court for housing. His court was in Perth, I think the district court. They put us in the same date and the same time, so to make sure that we won't be together or to support each other. So I'm not sure about the date, but I'll mention it in later videos, that they choose the same date and the same time, so they make sure that we are separated or we're not together, we don't support each other. They put me in the court here in Northern, and they put in the court in district court in there. That's one of the example. Also, I want to mention that Brandon O'Keefe is one of the smartest people I ever met. He's very talented. He's been supporting all the Palestinians all around, all the time. And they accuse him of mental illness, same what they did to me, same what they did to other people as well. Anybody, what I want to mention, anybody try to cross the government or try to mention anything bad about the government or try to fight with the government, they try to make him mentally ill or to show that he's mentally ill. So yeah, Brandon, he's a very smart guy and he's very talented. I've never seen anybody as talented as him, and you can see his side, you can see what he's talking about. All what he talk about is correct 100%, and they accuse him of mental illness. Well, now we're going to start again, back again. I want to show other way of corruption. First, I'm going to start with Greg, the witness Greg. I want to show, I'm not going to show all the document or all the proof. I'm going to keep some heading document for the court. So in this document here, before that, I transfer most the recording to a transcript, which is I can use in court as notes. As I mentioned before, the law here does not allow you to report for somebody until you get permission from him. So I done it as transcript to use as notes. So in this document here, very clearly the recording was 7 minutes 35 seconds, this timing, and time was around 4 by 8 p.m. at night. And here I mentioned, okay, so you don't mind recording for you, and he said no. Then let's see. And here he mentioned no, he wasn't attacking them, they come back to attack you. And he mentioned about one of the name of the offender, Jason, the other one Tyson, but yeah, no mention her name. And he mentioned here that the police told, I mentioned that the police told me that they charged him 2,500. Greg, he say no, they took him and charged him with unnormal conduct. And they kept him until midnight, right till midnight, then they let him go. That's what's in here. They released him 12 p.m. And Greg mentioned about 20 people, they were witnesses promised that he left the police station around 12 p.m. And here again, information that I've been recording under his permission. I state, Tyson, he walked away. Yeah, the reason I'm recording for you, because the police, when he comes, he telling me that I've been whatever it is, just to show that he knew that I'm recording for him and he accepted me recording for him. That's one of the documents about Greg. I'm not gonna go with a lot of details about what I have, statement from Greg. Oh, that's Frankie. We'll leave it there for now. The other one for Greg. This is another recording for Greg. It's time of recording 6:24 at 7:47 p.m. at night. He mentioned that they are from Mandra. He mentioned that he were there, seen it. And this is very important. Well, what happened, I was in the bar, I had tea, I went to have a drink. The two guys from Mandra said, well, he's from asshole or whatever. We are going to throw cans from here. Yeah, I was here, I was there, and I said, no, you don't do that. He's a good man, he's a hard-working man. Then fuck off, leave him alone, whatever he mentioned. Stated here, they did not charge him, they took him. Anyway. Anyway, we'll leave it Greg. I don't want to go in too much details about him. That's why I will keep it to the court as an evidence. Now I'm gonna jump to another person, which is the police officer Frankie. That's the officer who came to the show, and he was by himself. I refreshed what I said before, that he came and he tried to say to me that we are friends, and this guy is, you know, they feel sorry now, they were drunk, and when they wake up they become super. I knew that they deserve 10 years in jail, all this and that. I'll show you the document anyway. That's the recording for the police officer. Okay. He stated here, we were marked in the green. Mustafa, you don't remember me. It was me you spoke with on the night. And he mentioned here that you were charged $2,500 fine, guilty in court. Same. Then I asked him, did he spend any night in jail? And he said, I'm not too sure, but I know he spent overnight. In the night, Mustafa, when we attended, obviously, you were quite upset yourself. The other guys were quite upset. Anyway, what I noticed from the recording for Frankie, the officer Frankie, that he knew that I'm recording for him. That's why he used the word, do you remember? Do you remember, Mustafa? He tried to show that, you know, what he's saying is truth, and, you know, telling to, do you remember, all the time. And then he blamed it on the WA justice system. Every time I asked him about the information of the offenders, all the names, this, that, he said, "You're gonna ask the freedom of information." Then he blamed it again on the justice system. He say, the police did not do that, the justice system did that. The WA justice system, not police. If I had my way, I'd put him in jail for life, get rid of him. Then I asked him if he'd been in court, and he said, yeah. He goes before the court, magistrate is here from the police. Anyway, and he mentioned that he pleaded guilty. He went, I did it. So he admit that they done this. I asked him clearly, so when was the court? And I asked him again, just a question. Now, you say he appeared in court and plead guilty. He said yes. Yeah. Okay, so which date was that? I asked him which date was that. And it would have been the next day. That's what he mentioned. And last chapter, he said he did not deny anything. He wasn't here. I done it. He's not denying anything. When he's super up, when we become super, different person. He, from what I have here, he has apologized, he had he had plead guilty, he had said, yeah, I done this, I'm in the wrong. That's what's in here. I just want to say, I'd like to show the conflict or the difference between this officer, what he said, and the other two officers, they came to my place, which is they stating different story. As they were the normal customer, they come to the shop, all this and that. When this officer, Frankie, he found out that I insist for them to be charged, and then he started to twist things on me, and he's saying my female officer was in the middle of the road yelling at you to get back into the shop. Let me try to clear it out. Okay, this first one. Then I said to him, you defend the guy. Do you know the guy? Do you know the guy? Again, I asked him, do I know him? Then whatever, there, leave it there. Then he blamed it, as it's not on the police, he blamed it on the judge. He say, but that's not the police, that the judge. And again, he's saying here, Mustafa dragged him of handcuffs. I'm not responsible for justice system. He blamed it on the justice system. Again, here he stated, I agree, I wish, let me mention my statement. He scared my kids. He couldn't, he shouldn't. I'll take him to court. Police, I agree. I wish he should be in jail for 10 years. Again, the police did not let you down. The justice system let you down. Another thing, we dragged him off a handcuff and he pissed him in his pants because he was scared. What more do you want us to do? He was scared. Talking about him scared, about 7 people, idiots, scared little kids, and they say that they are scared. Last one, I agree, he deserves to go to jail. So that's one of the recording for the police, and that's the police officer who came to my shop by himself, which is illegal. He tried to settle me down and he see that I'm insist for those people to be charged, and he tried to twist things on me. He knew that I'm recording for him, the way he were acting. Do you remember? Do you remember? Every statement he said, do you remember? Now, I'd like to show another face of this government, and I believe corrupted people. Every time I used to go to the police station and ask for information about the offenders, they refused to give me. All the department in the Western Australian government, they refused to give me these details. Everybody, most of them, they asked me to go to freedom of information, to get this information from freedom of information. Let me show you what's the freedom of information they give me. I pay the fees for them, whatever, little amount of money, but to get this information. Those information is rubbish, is nothing. It's not related to the incident. I'll prove it to you. Okay, in this document here, it's saying alcohol related, and it say yes. Mark says yes. Then alcohol related, yes. Drug related, yes. Family and domestic relationship, no. I'm gonna put it up later on, just let me read it. Family and domestic relationship, no. Honor-based violence related, no. Child abuse related, no. Anyway, I'll show it to you. So all they related to alcohol and drugs. I believe those people, they were sober 100%. They was not drunk. They knew what they doing. They knew them act. They have the attention. They were at the pub. Probably they had a couple of beers or whatever, but they wasn't drunk. One of the guys, as I mentioned, he has a mobile phone. He was capturing the event, so they knew what they're doing. They planning to it, and they wasn't drunk. They wasn't alcohol. It's just the way to get out from punishment. And that's again here. Go to the camera. The top line where it's marked. Got it? Got it? Okay. Then, what's very funny, that's make me laugh. Who's the victim? It's actually the criminal, he's the victim. David Basha is the victim. That's my opinion, by the way. I'm not trying to insult anybody, but he's responsible for this case. He said that they're gonna be charged. They never charged him. They never charged him at the police station. The corruption is from them. Who support the criminal is a criminal. That's my opinion. Who support the thief is the thief. So, who's the victim? David Basham. It's nothing to do with our incident. Nothing to do about what happened at that point. That's the freedom of information. That's the corruption in the Western Australian government. A videotape interview was not conducted with the accused, which is all lies, because any criminal or any offender supposed to be a video recording for him, and that's at the police station. I've been there, I know the system. They have to record for the offenders, but they don't want to show it because they lay out the charge later on. They did not lay it at the same time. They did not charge him at that time. They left him around 12 p.m. to leave. What he been charged with is not related to the incident. It's criminal damage or destruction of property. Just here. Got it? Okay, that's second phase to show the corruption and the twisted things. There is no record if the incident happened 27th of September 2014. They're covering everything up. Freedom of information. They look to me as corrupted as the police they are. And so I reckon that's the document I want to show it. Just I want to show the difference between what the police officer said, Frankie, and what's the other two police officers, what they said when they come to my place. They said that they were normal customers, they come in to have kebab, have been arguing, and go from there, which is lies. Okay. Again, they accuse everybody try to face the government or try not to accept the discrimination from the government or to stand against it, accuse them of mental illness. They done that to Brandon O'Keefe, they done it to me, and they done it to the lady, I'm not sure what's her name, the one she been killed, 9 times, stabbed and knife, and her 2 daughters killed. Same. They're accusing everybody. They don't want anybody to stop and say your system is corrupted, your system is wrong. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. And my apology about the recording I had in Facebook. It was an Aborigine who I left from the shop with my family, you know, to buy them something from the shop, invited them out. I left 2 of my sons in the shop, Mahmoud and Muhammad. And this Aborigine guy, he came and he used F-word and he attacking, you know, with a very bad attitude, speaking to my kids. Then my son Mahmoud, he was scared. He contacted me on the phone. He said to me, there's an Aborigine and he's swearing all this and that. I said to him, give me the phone. I spoke to the Aborigine, he started using F-word, go back to your fucking country, this, that, and scared the hell out of my kids. I left my family there, I went straight away to the shop. I find them out there and I was emotionally, you know, upset because what's happened to my kids. Too much corruption. Just the other day when my car was, you know, smashed, the glass and the wheels, they were flatting, the tires, they were flatting. I started trying to fix the car, I fixed the wheels, the tires, and I was, you know, shopping for glass, front glass. The car in my land was at the back. And the ranger from the council, he came and he put yellow stickers as reported. And I went yesterday to the council and said, you better take it off or otherwise I will take you to court. And that's what's happened. I got the recording, I will put it later on Facebook. Too much harassment, too much corruption. That's all I can say. I'm a very normal person, very happy person, a very peaceful person. We never try to harm anybody. We never try to cause any problem to anybody. We're facing all this problem here, and all what we're looking for is justice, and we not politics, we're not religious. I do pray, I do practice my religion, but we has nothing to do with the outside world. We has nothing to do with any problem around. We two officers before they came, and they from land security, they came to me and they said to me, "You've been dealing with ISIS, all this and that." I deny all this. I said, you know, that what we've been facing, all this and that. Again, we're not related to anybody. We are very peaceful people. We're trying to survive in this country. Okay? I've been 22 years here in the country. I have all my kids here, and I'm expecting a good treatment from other people, and not to be treated in second degree. All people is good, but as same way we deal with you, good. Deal with us in the same way. We expect from you more. It's little kids. You cannot go and harm them and cover up and all this and that and twist things. You cannot put somebody in mental illness until you have a proof. 2007. Yeah. Again, we normal. I'm a very patient person, and you know, a bit upset of what's been happening. But I'm looking for justice. I know that there is out there some good people will get us our rights, and that's what we're looking for. We're not looking to cause any problem for anybody. We're looking for justice. Thank you very much for watching. This is video number 4, and wait for me for the next one. Thank you.